We are Counterculture Inc. How's everybody doing tonight? Wild, huh?
Wild. Probably do.
You should see how fucked up I am when I'm by myself in my fucking room trying to do it. I don't know what to do with myself before I start talking. So I'm like trying to looking at myself in the camera, trying to get ready to start.
Ow, now brown cow.
Oh,
Ow, now brown cow.
I'm fucking so. I'm like Mike here. Oh, that's fucking gay. I'm like, hey, cop Phil here. Fuck that.
Dude, do you ever get in your own head?
Oh yeah.
Oh, when me and Brent try and cut commercials,
so
we'll start off strong, and by the end of it, we're like, "Hi, I'm." Fuck. Hey. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, I think that's funny though. I think that's what makes it
mine's
good.
The ending.
I think that's good.
I'll be rattling off. I'm great. I'm like, all right, dude, swell. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude,
did I
swell
just
day.
say? I'm like, what?
Dude,
the
swell
fuck
day
was
later.
that?
Yeah.
With the little edited thing.
It's authentic. It's like fuck. People know that you just keep messing it up.
Yeah.
That's what makes it
I get
funny.
in my own head all
And
the
make
time.
sure you follow Copfield. Hell yeah, guys, brother. I'm like,
The brothers
what the
and
fuck did I
And
just
I'll
say?
even have to sit here and remind myself sometimes. I'm like, that's what makes it authentic
Yeah.
and funny, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, because I'll find myself trying to edit. I'm like, no, this is good here.
You know what's funny is one of your best performing videos was when you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Which one?
The Fox News one.
Oh, yeah, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Now, see, here's the thing.
I was
if
drunk when I made that.
know you, you would think you just talk slower. It would not have been. There's no, because you weren't slurring. You just slowed. So, but if you know who you are, you're like, why is he talking so slow?
If I get drunk, I'd get fucking stupid.
Well, that's the thing. I think
I'll say fucking dumb shit, dude.
I think I really do have because I'm already
Autism?
slower and and I got a little bit. I'm a little far on the spectrum.
You got autism?
I'm not full Kyle Rittenhouse, but I'm close. It's like I'm there. But
I think we all are.
if I drink,
You're in the fucking first
it's
responder
it's
field.
Oh,
slow.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
It's like,
Were you there? Oh, you didn't come to Shell Shock. Oh, bro.
He was there?
Oh,
Yeah.
he came. Oh, Kyle Rittenhouse was the whole reason why. Well, it was Josh and Kyle Rittenhouse was the whole reason why everything happened. Thanks, bud. And then he didn't show up.
he didn't show up.
So we had Kyle Rittenhouse
Had
at
him
Shell
on
Shock.
too, right?
Well, it was
Yeah, he had him on.
Eric Tanzi's idea, which I shouldn't have listened to in the first place.
No,
But
I still think that was a great idea.
I was so naive. Yeah, I was like, oh, no one will care. It's Kyle Rittenhouse. We're going to be more pro-conservative 2A law enforcement veteran side anyways. Well, I didn't know that the whole music scene was liberal as fuck.
Yeah.
All the bands,
usually anybody.
the
Yeah,
fans.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know that either until
So Kyle Rittenhouse was announced forever. And then all of a sudden, the singer for the lead band
I'm not coming.
was fucking freaked out.
Evergreen
And then canceled.
Terrace.
And everybody started dropping off because of the culture, cancel culture. And then we were in Rolling Stone, Yahoo News, Loudwire, all the heavy medical syndicates.
That was that big thing over here in Orlando.
the
right?
travesty of Shell Shock. It's a fucking local show.
Yeah.
It costed me a couple grand, and I fucking hate you for it, but that was it.
was it just a couple?
Yeah, no.
Just a couple?
What it was $26,000. So
Just a couple grand.
yeah, we had to pay the bands that we had to get. No band would touch us at the
So you had
moment.
to pay for bands. to
So
come.
we had to pay, and they had us bent over, and they knew it. So we had to.
And I still think it's a win because you still did it.
Yeah, they wanted to shut us down.
You didn't
so
let the
hard.
woke mob win. To me, I'm like that.
But Kyle Rittenhouse, yes, 100% autistic.
Yeah. I remember when I showed up. I don't know if when I showed up, I was like, "There was what's with the dog? Some guy in a corner with a dog." And that's
He had his
Kyle.
dog?
Yeah, his dog.
He was like, oh, bro. He also, we were standing there, and
Did he have the dog before he shot everybody or after?
It's a PTSD dog. Okay. So Vanessa comes up to me and goes, we have a problem. I was like, what? He's like, Kyle Rittenhouse is hiding in the back kitchen of the venue. I'm like, why? And she's like, he's got his estranged mother is here. And so we're like, she's like, he has a restraining order out on her. I'm like, oh my God, in the middle of the fucking concert. So I'm like, let's get this handled because she hasn't made contact with him, so it doesn't have to be a law enforcement thing. If we can find her, it's a private event, get her out.
Yeah.
She locks herself in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, honestly, I think Mike Perry might have been one of the people that made entry into this bathroom to try and fucking.
He just kick it down? Or
There was a team of like 3 or 4 people that had to make entry into the woman's bathroom, and she wasn't in there. So in the time that everybody knew she was in there, she had slipped out and she left the venue.
Okay.
But he was hiding from his mom, and I'm like, you don't talk to your mom? He goes, well, so what happened was, it's like when everything went down, my mother decided
the
she
wrist
wanted.
is perfect.
Is it?
It's perfect. Yeah.
It's like Dan Crenshaw.
He fucking spoke 2 people, didn't he?
3.
3? He
Killed
killed,
killed 2.
killed 2.
Yeah. All white. Mind
remember-
you,
I remember.
I didn't even know that. I thought they were black people based off the backlash, but
Yeah, I
white
thought
people.
so too.
One was
Yeah.
a pedophile. One
I
had
remember
a
that.
fucking Glock.
Yeah.
They tried to. They literally were throwing bricks at it. He got hit like 2 or 3 times before, which y'all did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's the-
Oh yeah, and the trucks of the skateboard. But y'all, that was the best breakdown that I heard of it, because there was a lot of stuff in there that I didn't know. I didn't know that he had gotten hit several times and he still restrained himself.
If he was in Florida, that would have never even went nowhere.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it would have went anywhere.
But it was.
No one riots in Florida because no one cares. Florida's a melting pot.
if you
of
come
Yeah.
after somebody was swinging something like that,
Polk
most
County Sheriff
sheriffs-
would be like, well, don't fucking throw bricks.
yeah, he shot him.
Do
he
not
shot him-
come at
he
my
shot him a
citizens
lot.
with skateboards.
yeah.
Well, he got in the heat the other. He said that shit about, like, basically, he called it carjacking, but his scenario was almost burglary, where he said you could just fucking smoke the dude if they're trying to break into your car, and then
Yeah.
he had to like backtrack it to like by force if he comes
Yeah.
to your car.
Don't come
'Cause the
outside
reporter's like,
if
so
you
you're
still
saying,
in the car
you're saying shoot him and kill him because he's coming in. Well, if it's by force and it's carjacking, you can shoot. And I agree, you can shoot somebody who's carjacking you, but people don't. I get a lot of that. People don't understand how it's pretty wild down here.
Yeah,
I mean,
Florida's
there's some
amazing.
bad areas that don't give a fuck about the cops, but most of the sheriffs, like Grady's pretty wild, and then the Brevard sheriff talks a big game. What's his name?
Yusuf loves him.
Who?
The big sheriff. He's a big dude.
What is his name?
Yeah, Ivy.
Wayne Ivy.
Yeah.
He was FDL agent. I actually worked with him.
And
FDL.
I honestly do think he's probably a good sheriff. I think he's a little political,
he plays it up.
but I think there's bad sheriffs out
Yeah,
there.
that
and he's
fucking
not
guy
one of
in
them.
Broward, Greg Toney.
I don't know him.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, it would make sense to what you would have like.
I talked shit on his page and he liked it, like I was talking nice about him.
But you want you want to know why Florida has no riots? Florida does not have any cities that have generational, decades worth of systematic democratic oppression. So when you go to like big cities like Philly, New York, Chicago,
Yeah.
they have from the 60s and on, they have ghettos that have been oppressed by the Democratic Party, and they're pissed. And so anytime there's
Florida's
a
like
crack in the fucking vessel,
We're like a fucking pot. We just got everything thrown in.
yeah, no, but we don't have generations of families that have been living in a high-rise building forever, just ready to fucking crack.
Kids, we don't have them.
But-
we
so
don't have
no
them.
one cares in Florida.
No.
There's no riots.
And we
no
have
one's that mad.
A lot
at
of our
Florida.
like some of those counties flip back and forth, like red. Like Trump won like Miami-Dade.
He did.
I think he won one of those. Yeah, he lost Broward. I think he won Miami-Dade.
The Hispanics, they love me. The Mexicans, they
all
love
the
me.
Mexicans,
Yeah.
not one Mexican
That
hates
motherfucker
me.
better than one day he was sitting there with the fucking taco salad on his fucking desk. I love Mexicans. The fucking dude's nuts, man. He actually like he I think he did well this election. Like he
You know,
didn't,
people-
he didn't go
people-
off the rails like he did in 2020.
Well, yeah, that worked. Then people are like, okay,
He
you got the
needed that.
attention.
He needed to do a stone cold stunner out of nowhere.
Yeah, because this
Like,
was
just shock and awe.
and it worked. It was perfect.
Yeah.
you know, everything was perfect.
were
Again,
back.
Shane Gillis, you know his special. He talks
I've
about. He's like,
never-
put on a Trump highlight reel and get a 6-pack.
You know
and
what's
have a
funny?
great night.
You know what's funny is I never watched, and that's the reel that got me fucking banned. Was one of Shane Gillis's reels. I never saw that special till the night before I came.
That's what got you banned.
You wanted the one skit on Saturday Night Live where he sticks a gun in his mouth.
That got you banned.
Is it what is it?
That was his old show.
Okay.
That got you banned.
That got me. So that reel, Frontline Misfits posted the reel, and I put it in my
I
story,
love that fucking
and that's
skit.
what got me shut down to like all my things were red. That I
Really?
just looked at, and then
Wow.
a Jerry Worms Cops episode,
Huh.
a Cops episode, a little fucking Cops episode that national TV aired on national TV. They shut me down for inciting violence and political views for a Cops episode.
That is weird.
So
Okay.
what ultimately got me banned, I think, is the copyright stuff.
Dude, can we talk about the success of stickers somehow? How much money is to be made off stickers?
There's a ton.
Do you guys do drop ship or do you do your own stickers? Do you hold your own?
I just
inventory?
transitioned to dropship.
So
I was doing my own.
For a while, I was doing like some stickers that were selling well. I was trying to do it myself because I'm like, I want to keep some of the profit, but it took so much time because it's You know, it's the $5, and it'll be 100 people order one sticker. You know,
just one.
Yeah.
They pay shipping and everything for one sticker.
You get the envelope, you stuff it, you print the label, you stick it on. You're like this, and I
did this for
honestly,
$4.
I'll be cool. I actually the shit that wasn't selling, I always if they ordered one, I throw in a free one on all my orders.
Well, aren't you a saint?
Yeah. 5 minutes. It takes us 5 minutes. Five minute cheap son of a bitches.
I wish we were rolling the whole pizza thing. That would have been good.
The profit margin is so much, and I'm looking at these stickers. I'm like, and again, but I'm like, this one's not selling. I'm like, fuck it. This dude took the time to spend fucking $5.50 on shipping.
Yeah.
And $4 on a stick. You paid $9 for like a $1 sticker.
Yeah,
That I hate Shopify shipping because they make it so hard.
It
Because
is.
I'm trying to figure out how to change. Like when you order stickers, you don't need to pay $4.90 for shipping. You need to pay $1.60.
Yeah, but listen.
Because if you go change it, then it'll
fucks
sometimes
at everything.
Yeah, it
You can
screws
do it,
everything
but
else.
here's the problem. The other fucking elephant in the room is the U.S. Post Office. It sucks.
Yes.
So I was shipping the $1.20, doing the print of the $1.20, like,
First class. Yeah.
Yeah.
bro, they lost like fucking 30 packages the first
It's not
2 months.
trackable.
Not trackable.
So
and
if you
then
pay
they lose the
extra-
tracking ones. I just got an email today.
I had to
just says-
refill 21
yeah.
orders right before I came here,
Oh, yeah.
and I've got more texts of ones
More money, more problems.
I need to fix.
Even with the tracking though, like I got one now. It'll say in route to next destination, and it just sits there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. I had a fucking package the other day go from Maryland. It was going to. I think it was going to like Pennsylvania. It went from Maryland to Texas to Orlando to fucking Georgia, and then got lost. I'm like, it was going from Maryland to fucking Pennsylvania.
Where was it supposed to go?
Maryland to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And it ended up in Texas at some point. Tracked and everything. And it just ended up in Texas. And I'm like, okay.
Did it eventually get to where it was going?
No. It gets lost. It'll sit there on the tracking saying en route to next destination, and it'll just stay for days, and I'll finally get an email. I don't know how the people, honestly, I really applaud all my customers, because if I see something that's not moved in like a day, I'm on the fucking phone. Like, where's this bit? These guys will wait like 3 or 4 or 5 days, and I'll get an email that says, hey, my package hasn't moved in 4 days. I'm like, bro, you ordered one
So
sticker.
wait, drop shipping. How much do you? Let's break it down. How much do you charge per sticker, give or take?
$5 or so I have a lot that are $4.50, but it needs to be
Mine are
$5 or
cheaper,
more.
$3.99. I
Maybe-
saw some for $3.99.
maybe more.
Stickers, 4,
But
5.
how much do you get from that?
You get that
About
$3.99.
$3. I think my
No,
again.
it's-
So I'm talking about my ones I bought ahead of time.
Oh, that you are
My
you?
actual,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
I ship.
You were shipping? Okay.
They're what are they charging? It's like $2
It's,
a week.
yeah,
I make $2
it's like
a sticker.
It's $2.30 or
online.
$2.70.
Yeah.
It's up there for a
You
sticker
can
for the die cut.
You can roll it to like. There's a little meter. Like if you want to make like with my shirts too, you can go 21, 22, 23. You can roll it, and it shows you like how much you're going to make based on how high you go. It's like a little slider, like any other tip slider or whatever. My personal stuff though, I was paying like $70, $80, $1 a sticker, and I was selling them. So I was making a little more, but he's right. You get like 40 orders, you're like,
So you can have
That's
a
a lot.
website where you control some inventory,
not.
but not other.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
do that? Is that
It's just-
expensive?
So it's still all in the same shop. Like it doesn't look any different to the customer, but
But how's it on the back end?
it's a nightmare because then
Yeah.
you just have to know which products you have, and you have to go click and through each order and figure out and make sure. I'm sure there's an easier way, but you have to go click. I do it. Click
We're
through
all
each
morons.
order.
There's-
That's why I went.
Well,
away
that's
from-
what I
went away
bought.
from
I
it
bought
completely.
a hat and a sticker from you, and you were like, "Hold on, this is going to be complicated." I'm
Yeah,
like, why?
it's the same thing.
And you were like, "It's going to be coming from 2 different
So
places."
Yeah, it was.
Well, here
it was
I
a
got
pain,
them up
'cause
to
it was right when you ordered the hats. It was when I was trying to do the shipping and stuff myself, and then finally I boxed it all up and shipped it to somebody else. That could
That's
just,
how bad it is.
Yeah,
so I haven't
just
done that yet.
what?
That's what. Okay, so I haven't gone that route. You bought your own products, had them in hand, and then gave them to somebody to ship for you.
Yes, I only did that because I knew. So this guy does
does
my
that work?
Zentins.
That is just a person that does it.
Yeah, he does my Zentins. He could do all the stickers and stuff too. I'm trying to integrate him to taking over all the stickers because we would make more profit with him doing it.
So I
Because
do
he
my-
would charge
right
like
now.
probably
I ship my own.
He would probably charge me like six. I think it's like 60 or 80 cents for the die cut stickers instead of the $2.70 that Printify does. And if I have customer service issues, I go to him instead of trying to go through Printify or Printful
I
or
just
whatever.
But he still represents you. So
Yep.
at the end of the day, if he doesn't have good customer service, it reflects on you.
Exactly. So then but then that determines if do you want to keep doing business with this person, or do I want to take over myself and be okay with just learning it, even though it's going to take the time and hold more of the profit? Because you said it good before. I've let Printify do it all, because I want to focus on the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
But what's actually generating revenue to help us like move into the studio and do these things is Content Unbecoming, not the podcast. So maybe I do need to buy the sticker machine and just do it myself because I have the space now.
You can what? You can have a sticker machine?
Yeah, that's what does it. So
that's how I get mine. The guy I use is a fireman up in Pennsylvania, Great American Sweatshop.
I know. I have no idea how to do it now. I'm going to be like, or they're like $5,000-$10,000.
I will
machine.
say I will never do my own shirts. No matter
You
what
can
way you do
those
it.
aren't bad either. You can get those $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah, but then you just
No, it's a lot of manual labor. I'd rather just fucking outsource that. Oh
It's
yeah.
If
You get a
So I actually just ventured into a lady who runs her own print operation out of her detached garage.
All it is
I
a
went
big
in,
steamer.
It's not bad. The hat machine, the ones that makes hats, it's like
Oh.
4 hats on it at a time. They're like sitting there and they're just pecking away at 4 of them at once. And then it's just a big printer. She prints the flags, like the big flags, and then she does the shirts. And like this is actually her product. And it's good work. And but you're right. I think you're right as far as I noticed if I'm going to run a podcast and do like editing and have to get guests lined up and then somebody cancels and like you were saying, have to have a couple shows pre-recorded.
time.
I'd rather make $2 a
Time
sticker
is
than
money
$4
now.
a sticker.
Yeah.
I'd rather make less money and have more because again, at the end of the day, you still have to enjoy your life too. Like
So you
can't
still
get
get the
so
same amount of
wrapped up.
money and you're spending less labor.
I'm gonna
if you're
make
selling
a little.
stickers-
I'm gonna make a little less by using them.
If you sold half the stickers you were selling because you upped it $2, you'd still be making the same amount of
Yes,
money,
and I don't have
you
to
would
touch
be
it.
doing less labor.
Well,
Yeah.
and then like talking to Brendan too Brendan is the ability to
You've messed
immediately
his
put
name up
something
twice. Are you low key just dissing him with that? That's a big
What?
power move. Is to
What?
mess up somebody's like Ragnon. What's your name? Ragnon. Reagan. Sorry, my
sorry,
bad.
my-
You're so
Oregano.
Yeah,
Who
you're
are
so
you? No, it's
you're
the who
so
are you?
unimportant. I can't
Who are
remember
you?
your name.
Brendan.
Yeah, who are you?
So what?
Who are you again? No, who are you again? That's
I
it.
actually on
Like,
calls we used to when I first started. Me and this black dude Daryl, hilarious. We would all the
He's
old
just a
guys,
dude.
really old guys.
He's just
Oh,
a dude,
he's
Mike.
not. He's not.
Mike.
He's black
It's
Daryl.
paramount to the story.
Yes, because he would call him Bob or Bill, didn't matter what their name was.
Yeah.
old guy.
It
He'd be like,
fucks with
hey
you.
Bill, how's it going, Bill? And he would not. You do this. Like, hey Bill, how's it going? My name's Steven. He's like, oh Bill, all right Bob. He would call him like mix it up like it was like a joke. Like we would laugh like who can say the name wrong most times. But anyway, Brandon.
I can't tell if he's got a good poker face. I can't tell if he's serious.
No, Brendan says, like my thing was if I want to make a sticker and I'm gonna have a guy print it for me. He's a fireman, so now he's on his 40. He's working a double.
Yep.
I have the idea right now. I go, dude, I got this great idea. I'll be home Monday. Well, today's Friday, so now the idea is now what I
Yeah.
did make the mistake once was getting the picture, mock up, and selling it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna pump this out. Sold like fucking 300 stickers over the weekend. He gets home Monday, prints them. Now I'm like, okay, so it's gonna take me about 5 days to get the first one mailed.
yeah, it
the
takes
fucking
forever.
package gets fucking zapped and lost.
Oh.
So now I got like
Extra
400 sticker orders, no stickers, and I'm a week into it. And I'm like,
And you just lost all
so
that.
then I called him and I said, dude, I'll pay you double. Just fucking print them and ship them from your house. Don't send them to me. Start sending them
Now
out
I'm
here.
just saving
So now I'm
face.
paying
Yeah.
fucking labels. I'm shipping him labels and emailing them to him. He's putting them in an envelope. So that's the mistake. That's the problem where the drop shipping, like Brandon, like he does, like
It's not funny anymore, Mike.
So good. So good.
So what he gave me the idea was right by just going like I did the Trump went to the Daytona race and I'm like I had a great idea like Trump in a NASCAR with winning above it, 47 car number.
Oh, that's good.
Pump it.
Yeah, I like
sold like
that.
75 of them during the race.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch them. Just
Yeah,
had the
it's the
idea, put
ability
it
to be
online,
quick.
and sold them
Wait, but how
Trendy. is
by
the-
putting them on Printify.
Printify?
Printify.
But you can sell that link on your website.
Yes.
immediately.
Yeah, you can
Just-
have both
Yeah.
Printify and Printful.
Yeah.
Go through.
You
it
build
does,
a mock-up, hit send, and what the other cool thing
Because hats
about
are
it
better
is-
on Printful. Hats are better on Printful.
But the other cool thing is, well, I'm going to buy one sticker in one size. Printify has 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch,
Yeah.
and they sell them in packs.
Exactly, yeah.
So what I noticed was, I'm like, bro, these guys are buying fucking 10 at a time now. Instead of buying 10 individual, they're going, give me a 10-pack
Yeah.
of 3-inch stickers. And I'm like, this is great. So now everything I've pumped out in the last 3 weeks has been that idea. And then I just moved all my inventory designs over to Printify, and now everything's online.
Yeah. You can do so like Printful has better hats. So I still have hats coming from there. Some of them like
But
the,
how? Okay, so how do you fucking beat the shipping? They're paying
you
ship.
do-
they're
yeah,
paying-
so the shipping is
they're paying shipping
we
from
were
both
talking about this
companies.
earlier. It's the shipping that's the problem because
They're going both companies.
they can do so on some things it'll do it. And even on Printify, if they order 3 different stickers, it'll charge them shipping for those 3 stickers.
Each one?
Yeah, it'll do like a. It won't do like a.
Yeah, the goal is, I think
So
the
that's
ultimate
the
goal is to own all your own inventory.
No,
But
I think it. See, I guess at some point, if you're massive though,
because we were talking, you get a hoodie, 150 order of hoodies, at least 2 bins. It's stuffed in a bin.
I feel like
you're talking about you get 7, 8 hoodies pumped out. That's a whole wall of bins full of.
How do you do it on Shopify where you can make it like, hey, there has to be a minimum order of $20 or you can't sell anything, or
there's ways to do it.
or do you make it to where it's like, okay, $50, it's if you pay over 50, it's free shipping or something. I don't know, like,
You can
but
do
would you
that,
still be
but-
making money because if people ordered 10
here's-
different things, then
the
it's good.
curveball.
Yeah, then now
Canada.
you just well, I get
I got
asked
that
all the
curve.
time.
I get that curve all the time.
Me
I
too.
got one from Sweden last night. I got
People
a
ask you
order from
why
Sweden.
are you selling in Canada? Yeah, I haven't even touched it yet because I
did.
don't know.
$16 for shipping to Canada.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Canada all the time.
You do?
And yeah, Ireland though, I tried one guy. Ireland, I can't get through customs. My shit just.
I had a guy in Netherlands. It took 5 weeks to get through customs for 3
No, and
stickers.
they kicked it back. I paid it again. I paid, then I paid the shipping for $30 to try it again. U.S. You take it to the mail and they're like, we can't tell you why Ireland customs said no.
Yeah.
But it says electronic something on it. They're like, maybe I had the Anti-Hero podcast shirt label. And she's like, maybe they thought that failed electronics because you were supposed to have equipment and it didn't register. And I was like,
Well, I had a guy in Netherlands that said they're asking me what's in it. Can you have they held it for him? They didn't give it to him, but I actually sent him that packing slip that showed it was like 5 stickers because it didn't print it on the label. And he's like, yeah, they let it through. I brought this to the post office or whatever they got over there, and they're like, here, and they gave it to him.
you got to think that's not America. They don't have to do
And
shit.
once you
Yeah,
leave the country
for sure.
too, you lose it. Like you don't have tracking anymore. It's gone. Like you gotta hope it gets there. Because that's what happens to a lot of guys. I say, okay, to keep tracking down or shipping down, I will print you a label off pirate ship. It'll only be like $5, but it tells me it's gonna be there in 30 to 40 days. Like so, you just gonna. And some guys are like, just send it. Australia, I've shipped to about 9 countries, and it's so far
I
everything's
haven't
gone
shipped
through.
in any country. I haven't even touched that.
I'm American made.
No, you
No,
can do it on
it's just- I
Printify.
just don't wanna-
You can hit regions, and it gives you the option. So far, I've been lucky. It's gotten
But I
through.
still have people in the U.S. saying it says they can't ship to, like one this morning. So a guy said, hey, you don't ship to Florida. I'm like, nope. I have people that buy from Florida all the time. Like there's certain zip codes for whatever reason, it just won't
haven't
won't
heard
let
of
them
that
check
yet.
out, and I don't know why. I don't get it. So
That's third party drop shipping, man.
I know that's
You
that's
lose
the
a
other
lot
thing.
of control.
Exactly. I want the control. I think I'm like with this new space. I think I might just try and take it over and just be okay taking the extra time, because I'll be like, hey, I'll dedicate from orders from yesterday. I'll dedicate, from 8 to noon and fulfill all the orders, and
I
then
say that,
after
and then I don't want to do it.
yeah, exactly right.
I did 6 last night,
But it's because
and I'm like,
I'll tell
fuck.
you, it's because you're in your own house.
Yeah,
That's why-
If I came here, you're right. You're right.
That's-
If you drove to an office, I
Yes.
guess you're right. You're right.
And
It
that's what I
removes
told
that
him.
home feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I told him. I said, I need a space, dude. Like I need to go to the
Have to.
office. I'll be at home and I'll just start looking around. I'm like, my
Oh,
place
I'm
is a
fucking done.
mess. I got to
yeah.
clean, or I need to change this out. I can't separate the
And
two.
when you have a family, whether it's just be an old lady or kids, your family does not understand.
They don't.
From 9 to 5, I'm at work even though I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, my
They
good,
bother the fuck out of
me.
my,
Yeah.
So my
Yep.
wife's a cop, so she gets it. She gets the hustle, and she works nights. So that's usually what I do. She'll leave at 5:30. She works 12-hour shift at night, and I'll just drag everything to the counter, open up the boxes of stickers and patches, and then I start ripping out orders but again, it's the same thing. My dogs start fighting or whatever, and then I'm like, they need to go out. Next thing I know, I'm like,
Can't
fuck it.
think, and then
I did 6 orders. I'm done.
mixing up
I'm like,
numbers.
I'm done.
I was using a printing label before, and I was physically typing in the
Oh,
address.
I did that. I went
I'm
through
like,
that phase.
golly.
Yeah.
It was when I was. Another thing. I completely
Damn,
forgot-
you were manually
I did
putting in
too.
addresses.
Dude,
I
I
no
did-
wonder a 100
I did-
sticker order fucking sucked.
Bro,
I did the same thing.
When I gave them all out for free, I first was like pushing out stickers, and I was like, inbox me now. I have 1,000 stickers, and sure enough,
Dumb.
and I was like, golly, and I'm going through each one, and
you know what
but I did it,
Brutal.
and then I wanted to. I was like, you know what? I was looking at like trying to get some shipping things made to like, hey, this like a nice, and I'm like, I don't have the money, and I go, you know what'd be funny? If I printed out 1,000 pieces of paper that said, hey, I don't have enough money for marketing, but I hope this rocket ship helps. And I made it look People say it looked like male genitalia, but I made it look like a rocket ship, allegedly. Okay, but people said it looked like male genitalia. I just drew a rocket ship, but I was like, here's this rocket ship, and I draw like a cat in the middle of it, and it looked like shit. I drew 1,000 rocket ships.
I was gonna say you drew 1,000
Yep.
dicks.
Mm-hmm. No, rocket ships.
Yeah.
Okay. Drew 1,000 rocket ships, and then people were loving it, and they were posting it, and so I, posted the story, and we're like, oh, this is hilarious. Like, who is this guy drawing rocket ships, sending free stickers?
Yeah, I started the same.
Forgot about that.
I started. Here's the dumbest shit. So I was still trying to hide my identity. So I didn't want to have an address. I didn't know what to do. So I took.
What'd you do? Wear a mustache?
I did. I put. I actually said, pay me on Venmo, and in the order notes, put your name and address and what
Oh my
sticker
god,
you
they
want.
fucked it. Everybody probably forgot that.
And then I would be like, hey, dude, you put this, but there's 2 stickers that are identical. So which one? And then it would I get a message like 3 weeks later. Oh, I don't check my Venmo messages. I didn't know you asked for it.
I didn't even know you could.
No, and then neither. So I was using a 3 by 3 inch, same thing. I bought one of those little laser printers, and I'm manually getting an email with an order, typing the address in.
Yep.
And then I created I put my logo, Copville, and I didn't put a return address on it. I just put a little logo in the corner so you knew where it was coming from. And I did that for about a month, and I was like, there's no fucking way I can continue this. This is nuts. And that's when I started exploring the website and then moved into a basic Shopify website, which is very simple to run. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Even my dumb ass figured it out.
I changed the, I did the same thing. I was like, I didn't want people to figure it out. But I'm like, eventually, because I had to put a return address because there were the people that weren't receiving their orders. I'm like, oh God, I can't keep losing money. So I made my whole Printful account with Brent. I used my name Brent, but it's affected me trying to get my tax stuff.
You use the name Brent?
Yeah, because my middle name's Brent.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Reagan Brent Rice. But it's affecting me trying to get my tax stuff. I'm like, no, my name's Reagan Rice. But I put Brent in there. I use my middle name. And so it's affecting that. But it's made it a pain in the ass trying to be anonymous. So
yeah, I'm trying to unfuck it all.
Before.
I had a P.O. box in Maryland where my partner was to keep it away from Florida. And then I used my return address as I got a buddy who lives in Edgewater.
You went above and beyond. Internal affairs investigators are fucking half retarded, right?
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure. I was on the hot seat. Obviously, they got rid of me. They were going to get rid of me for something.
For what?
They had the chance. So my buddy lives in Edgewater. So I used an Edgewater return. And so the other day, he comes down. Dude, I felt terrible. All these dudes were resending shirts and shit back to for Copville to that, and I hadn't thanked them all. So he sends me I get it. He dumps out this bag of mail. There's patches, shirts, all this shit from these dudes that I've been DMing on Copville, and I never said thank you because I didn't know it existed.
Exactly.
I felt terrible. So I'm like, hey dudes, thanks. One dude sent me a Miami SWAT shirt, and another guy sent me a patch and a coin. And I'm like, bro, I'm not an asshole. I had no idea this shit was all going to my buddy's house 2 hours away, and I hadn't seen him in months. So then he dumped this all. So now I can obviously move the P.O. box back to Vero where I live. Now I have an LLC, all that stuff. So
I didn't know you had a business partner.
He's not. He's the guy. He is.
Is he real?
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the guy, dude.
Are you involved in the mafia?
No, he
Tell us the truth.
And I'm 100% on the LLC. It's only my name.
Okay.
He started as when I lost my first logo, and I had to do a new one.
The Vice logo. Yeah.
No, I used so when it all started,
Clowntown,
I used a Clowntown patch off the internet. Again, trying to hide who I am. I got 12,000 followers. All my memes have this logo on it. I get a DM. I own the rights to that. You need to take it down. And I'm like, he's going to call the agency. I'm going to get fired. They're going to find out.
So paranoid.
Yeah, well, dude, I was on the
this
hot seat, dude. I went through 2 years of fucking hell.
But I will say
I
was
demoted
similar.
and everything. Yeah, so I fucking deleted all my memes. Had him draw a new clown logo that looked identical, but I changed it up and then put it back. That's the one I have now, and now I have the newer one. But so it was just, I was stressed, so I had everything everywhere. Now I'm trying to reel it back in. I haven't done my taxes yet. I have no idea. I haven't done my taxes.
Dude, I'm
last
still in
year.
the process on mine.
I fucked mine up hard.
I made
They're
80
bad.
grand at the sheriff's office. I left in September, so I only had a partial year's salary.
Made $8 million on stickers.
And then I made a lot of money on
No
stickers, so I had to
expenses.
combine it, but I didn't pay any taxes on the stickers.
Oh.
But I have,
You need to go
Business
Reagan and
trips.
go buy a truck for the business.
Dude, and
Well,
I don't
have
know.
a car.
And we'll see if
I have an
that.
office. I have business. I went on an Alaskan cruise business trip. I networked up there while I was up there, and so I have stuff to write up, but I haven't even dug in yet to figure out what the fuck that's going to be.
Business trip. Yeah.
Yeah, business trip. That's what you're on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, business.
That's true. That the taxes. We'll see.
That's true.
We'll see how that goes.
You probably put more work.
So
So
here's a
working
cool
here than
thing. I don't know what
Yeah.
I guess you guys. I talked to you guys about what bank you use, but I went because of the issues that the local banks are giving me. I went with Found Bank Online, which is an online bank, and I'd signed up with my Wyoming LLC. They auto take taxes out for you, and they don't take it, but they put it in another account.
Oh, do they really?
So like I transferred money from my Shopify balance account to there, and they're like, this is projected what you're probably gonna have to pay the IRS for this transaction, and they move it for you.
Ooh.
Like I know Shopify does business tax, like sales tax, but this one does actual like IRS numbers.
Yeah.
So I
What
put
you're
like
gonna owe.
$5,000. I moved $5,000, and it took like $1,200. Like this is probably going to be your taxes for that.
What company owns them?
Found, it's their own company. Found, I'm pretty sure.
No,
No,
they're gonna be owned by somebody.
like a
An
big
online bank. Yeah, someone got to be the investor for all that.
bank. Who owns Found?
BlackRock.
Be wary of people
JP
that, hey,
Morgan.
we're going to help you with your taxes.
I
Because I was
I'm here
listening
to
like, oh,
help.
that sounds good. And I'm like, oh, it's always, you peel the curtain back. I don't know. I'm just curious. I want
Piermont Bank. Found is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services are provided by Piermont Bank. I went to NerdWallet and about 3 different sites and said, what is the best online bank? And I didn't just go with the first one. I went to several others. So that way, obviously, we talked about
yeah.
insider trading and all that before. Like, I'm sure they pump, like NerdWallet gets paid this much to put
For
this
sure.
bank number one. So I went to
100%.
like 4 different places. They were in the top 2 or 3 of everybody's like rating for, and it gives a huge business breakdown in like your dashboard.
That does sound really good, like the splitting apart.
It
But I'm
does,
also
shows.
like, it's who owns the company? The IRS. It's like,
Surprise! We know how much you really made.
I mean, we know even just like with Facebook and Meta and all that stuff, like how much government collusion was in with that with the
Oh, yeah.
elections, and that was proven. The Twitter files, all that when it was Twitter, it's like,
Twitter files.
that's what it's called. That's the Twitter file.
he took
Twitter files.
and
And
then
it was-
Zuckerberg took the.
That's where my
floor,
mind,
right,
my
and
mind
said-
always just goes to that. I'm like, when people want to say, like, when people talk to me, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what's the motivation? And maybe that's through my own bullshit over time too,
No,
like
I
that I've
mean-
known. So look at myself in the mirror as well.
I'm finding
Like,
so as a newer, obviously new business. My wife is very high on that, and I wouldn't say I'm gullible. I just kind of take people for what they say.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm learning that's not the right thing to do, especially in business. But I get in that kind of aspect, like, oh, we'll do all this for you, but you don't. What's the real motivation?
yeah.
Or
Or
if
if you
it's
can't,
really easy for you to do all this, but on the side, like, look what we're doing.
well, even when you're having a business, you have all these people like, hey, we can do this for you, that we can do this for your business, we can do this, and I'll let them do their spiel, and I say, okay, cool. What's negative about? Like, what issues do you see that needs to be fixed with the company that you're with? If they tell me, dude, honestly, bro, there's not one thing, not one thing. I'm like, not one. There's not one thing that could be. I won't work with them.
And that
Yeah.
that's a good thing because that applies in our job. When you go to a promotion board, a lot of times they'll ask you, "What is your fault?"
That's
What's-
what
yeah.
Eddie Gallagher complimented you on last night. Was you're not wrong in any spot. Basically, that's what he complimented. He's when you pressed press him
What
about
you
not being.
said.
You're like, so you're not wrong in any
Ever.
of this
You're
ever.
never- and that's again and I've been
That was-
I got promoted to sergeant, so they'll sit down, they'll say, tell us your best qualities. What do you need to fix about yourself? I'm great, and I don't want to hear that.
I am perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. So like I come.
There's nothing to
when I
work
talk
on.
about and one of my big talking points about pushing my podcast and pushing my page is accountability.
Yeah.
I will tell you how fucked up I am. I've done some dumb shit. I've made TikToks. I've been demoted. I've been stupid in a lot of
selfish.
areas. Yeah, I'm selfish.
Very
I
selfish.
only buy pizza for myself. But
Comes in with this little pizza, bro. Where's the pizza?
I didn't
You
know.
buy
I don't know
2
what
slices
fucking
for
guys
yourself.
ate. I don't know what the fuck
You're like, it's
doing.
right there. Go get it your fucking self. I'm like,
Shit,
golly, you're a
guys eat.
cop.
So,
Buying
but
pizza.
again, like accountability is, I will start out by telling you I've fucked this up. I'm a moron. Like you talked about right out of the rip. TikTok. Yep, I did it. Like I knew when I was going to come out from behind the page is like, what have I been in the news for? I've been demoted. I went on the news, and I've been on TikTok. I went in the news. So I'm not going to hide that from you.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like you said, that dude has nothing. He's nothing wrong. He's never done anything wrong.
Right. Yeah, it's
Like
like
nothing-
you've
can't tell
done
me
you've done
one-
something.
like,
You've
during
done
that
something
whole
wrong.
Process
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
of the Gallagher process, you didn't make one mistake or have one thing where you'd be like,
Yeah.
I would have done that different. Not like, come on, dude. I
Not
drove here.
one?
I would have done something.
Not a little
different.
accountability. Like there's got to be something there.
Yeah,
So
always. And that's again that, and I didn't always have that quality. I
Right.
got that. I picked that up later on. My wife was a big proponent of you can't always. You have to be vulnerable, and you have to be able to say.
Oh, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in vulnerability.
No,
not when it
men
comes from a
aren't
woman. Not when it comes from a woman. I'm not talking bad about your wife. I'm just saying in general.
She could be sitting right. She's like a dude. My wife's very much like a dude. She's again. We talked about. She would turn her badge in. If all women had to stop being cops, she would be the first one in line to go, here's my badge, now make all them TikTok chicks stop.
Yeah.
She would turn it in. She'd be like, you know what? You're right.
But it's kind of like insider trading. Like, I agree, as a politician, it should be banned, but if everyone's going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yes. Yep.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Don't
You heard it here.
me.
Don't.
I say the
You
same
go
thing
for
about
Congress
'cause
one day?
I'm not a big hunter. I don't like. I'm very animal friendly, and I look at it where people say, "Well, you eat meat." Well, if everybody decide, if the whole world said we're being vegan,
You don't eat
tomorrow-
dogs?
No, I don't. You ever see the sign where you eat
Yeah.
a line
Billboard.
between the cow and
fine.
like the dog,
The horse.
Yeah,
You don't eat-
the horse and the dog. There's a line like right there. But I honestly would consider being a vegan if everybody on earth said we're all going to stop killing animals and eat whatever it's healthy. It's going to be. I'll be like, okay, I could give up chicken and pork and beef and.
What if
it meant-
everybody in
then
the
we would
world? What if everybody in the world started sucking dick? Would you do that too?
No, because there's no
Pressure.
benefit other than getting promoted, maybe, right? There's no real benefit to that. So I have a horrible time when I scroll through those videos and I start seeing fucking pig farms and I get fucking
Oh, I don't watch
emotional.
them.
I just
Yeah,
it's like it's funny you said that.
disgusting.
Yeah.
You talked about that little. I don't want to. Not interested.
Yeah.
I one day was sitting at work. I was in the real-time crime center, and so there wasn't much action, and it's nothing was popping. I was in fucking tears, dude. I'm like slumped over looking at my phone, and I'm just like, they're like, what's wrong with you? And I'm
Instagram got you
like,
in the bad.
I'm fucking like 17 fucking hours deep into this like algorithm of like pigs getting fucking zapped in the line and they're falling out of the
Right
trucks.
now, mine for some reason is people being murdered. Like,
Oh, yeah.
murders in the woods.
I would have.
And they
I would-
blur it, but you still see the action. And
Yeah.
see,
I would get. I was. Mine was on a.
I did not like the
stint
I'm
like that.
uninterested in this.
Yeah.
They're like, why?
Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, I have the fucking orange exclamation point for my shit, but somehow the Explorer page is pushing that.
That's
People
what I
getting-
said.
Tell me that.
Like I
Yeah.
showed a video of Jerry Worms and a fucking guy, Shane Gillis, pretending to shoot himself. But then I scrolled 3 pages over and I literally saw a video the other day where ISIS was hanging the head of mortars on dudes' heads, getting ready to detonate, and then they blowed them. They blurred it, but they blew them the fuck up, like 5 guys. I'm like,
That's wild.
how can you show that?
Yeah, in the Explorer page.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is good.
Look at
People
this
are liking
guy.
it. Like,
and then there's like one of my lives, some dude pointed out like pedophiles are huge. There's those little pages where there's like 12-year-old girls with like 300 pictures posted on their page, like real young. And my partner pointed out, he went to this dude's page, he was talking shit in the comments on my live. He's like, dude, this guy's a pedophile. Like, look who he follows. So I'm like, but they let that, like, they don't police that at
Yeah.
all. Nothing. And then it's like, oh, you posted a video of Shane Gillis putting a fake gun in his mouth, and you're fucking, are you okay? Are you suicidal? We're worried about you. And I'm like, no, you taking my fucking business away.
Yeah.
That makes
No,
me
it's
fucking
funny.
pretty
Yeah,
uneasy.
exactly.
Like, I'm pretty uneasy now that I lost my page, but up until you took it, I was doing really well. Like, but that meme, like, oh God. But that's, again, I don't know that.
It's like
Did
morality's
Instagram
flipped.
make sure that you weren't going to kill
They
yourself?
asked. Yeah.
Here's a number. Call the crisis hotline
They
or
literally
something.
said,
You know,
like,
it's like-
screenshot it. It says, are you okay? Like, here's a hotline if you're feeling
That's
bad.
wild.
Because of a Shane Gillis fucking skit.
God.
Yep.
We are Counterculture 8. How's everybody doing tonight?